and then I got a blood infection. Sorry, not an infection, it was a reaction. I reacted badly to the blood, as can happen in a transfusion. And when you've had as many as me, it's surprising that it hasn't happened before. But it honestly hasn't, and it scared the life out of me. I was red under my arms, on the top of my legs, on the bottom of my belly, in that whole area, and hivey, like I'd never experienced anything like it before. And my throat closed up and I was sick. So that really put a downer on the day that had started off so well. I obviously couldn't have the blood, but I didn't get to go home that night, and I ended up having my blood the next day, and that went fine. So really, it was just an unlucky occurrence, but it really was yucky, for lack of a better word. Oh, I'm such a good creative writer. So, on Saturday, I started putting up my old fictional stories onto my website, because I have links to them at the moment. They're off on other sites, like The Sims and MySpace. But I want to bring them all onto pages on my website. And I accidentally started to animate one of these stories. I don't really know how that happened. I watched an episode of Click on BBC News, and it reminded me of this website I found called Extra Normal, which converts your text into animation in really simple steps without installing anything. And I tried it, and instead of trying it and stopping, I tried it and finished something. So the finished product, I think, is really good, despite not being really able to move the characters and interact them with each other, and the voices being computer generated. It really ended up good. And the only problem is, I can't do a full episode because too much happens in the plot with props and locations and interactions with the characters, such as fighting, that I can't finish an episode, but I can bring you part of it. So check it out.
Now, class, before we move on to study our next subject, sexual reproduction, which I know you're all eagerly anticipating. Bunch of randy little bastards. I've marked all of your completed essays from the topic set last week about the solar system and the planetary cycle. Lacey, excellent punctuation, big improvement from last time. Katie, very good referencing, keep it up. Luke, not quite sure about your theory of aliens being the cause of Pluto's elliptical cycle, but you argued your point across very well nonetheless. And Jamie, well, I'm shocked. And let's leave it there. We all know what happened the last time I dropped F-bombs in front of a bunch of school kids.
What? No. How could I, Jamie Foster, receive an F?
If you've quite finished talking to yourself, I'll move on. Bastian, hand me the lube.
So I hope to do more of that, because it was really fun, and I only wrote 12 episodes of this. So I'm losing my train of thought. Basically, my mind is set on fiction at the moment. Writing, not so much the creative movie sides. So there won't be many videos uploaded that aren't just me talking to you, my subscribers. Thank you to a new subscriber I've got. I don't know who you are, but thank you. This is the first video I've made since you subscribed, so I hope it wasn't a disappointment. Well, actually, I plan to split this into 2 days. So this will be the second video. So I hope the first one wasn't a disappointment. I'm just a big disappointment. And it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I probably shouldn't be talking this loud. But I have the whole house to myself. My parents went away. As they do. Because after 23.5 years of living together, me and my mum can get on each other's nerves when we don't love each other eternally. Speaking of love, it's Valentine's Day on Sunday. See you then.